Hi folks, I'm Dr. Challa Krishnaveer Abhishek. Today we have Dr. Malladi Srinivasa Sastry Garu. He is consultant psychiatrist Arogya Raksha Clinics and also founder of Soham Vidya, which is promoting Sanatana Dharma and spirituality. Sir, I have a question to you. As a practicing psychiatrist, is there any scientific proof for the existence of souls? Because we talk about past life regression and all. So do you think that souls which are Sanatana Dharma duly acknowledges, are they there? Is Athma and Paramathma present? Or is it just a fiction?
Okay, right. If we can find answers for this, I'm sure we would all be achieving moksha, because the awareness or knowledge in itself is the route to reaching the divine. I'll try to answer in short, but this really needs a lengthy description of various things. Spiritual science is something which ancients have been practicing. A lot has happened in India, and the rishis particularly. We'll come to the modern times as well right now, because ancient times, yes, there is enough literature in the ancient through the ancient wisdom of the concepts of Athma, Paramathma, rebirth, and the concept of karma. If we look at the modern evidence particularly, to the question of does soul exist from a scientific perspective, the short answer is there is no objective evidence, as in I can't see it or I can't hear it and I can't measure it. So therefore, all I can say is from an objective point of view, I can't yet say that soul exists. All right. However, as a psychiatrist, I very well know the challenges of understanding presence or absence of a concept of soul or Athma. If we look at the concept of mind itself, for instance, because psychiatry, we deal with mind. And I often ask in my webinars and workshops, do I know where my mind exists? Or how do we even find mind? Can I do a brain scan and find it, or do some other blood test or something and find the presence of mind or some substrate which relates to mind? I can't. So if I'm struggling to locate mind, unlike a heart, cardiologist deals with heart, or a neurologist deals with brain, psychiatrist deals with the mind, but I can't find mind objectively, right? So you can see the challenge there. I know that my mind exists because I'm thinking, therefore my mind exists. So if you consider the challenges there itself in objectively locating mind, the same applies to objectively locating soul or Atma. So primarily that understanding is required when we want to scientifically prove something like Atma. So modern scientists, particularly the spiritual scientists, if I can call them, mostly have come from the background of psychology and psychiatry. A lot of research has been happening in the United States. People like Dr. Brian Weiss, who has pioneered past life regression therapy, Dr. Michael Newton. So they have actually done thousands of sessions on various clients, and these clients have narrated their experience of going into using their subconscious mind to access a state where they have been able to talk about past lives that they have experienced. For them, that's true, all right? But the question is always, how do we believe a person's version? If it is only one person narrating such kind of experiences, we can dismiss them as it's an anecdote, as we call it. It's just a person's viewpoint. I don't need to take it seriously. But if a lot of people actually describe very similar things, then the strength of those findings improves. So this is what we can appreciate from the works of past life regression therapists. But then there have been other types of research as well when it comes to particularly rebirth and so on. Dr. Ian Stevenson is one of them, and who has written a book on 22 cases suggestive of reincarnation. And he's done a study where he would go to interview children who were describing past lives. I can't go into the details now because of the length of our interview now. But then we have another model of research by Dr. Raymond Moody, who actually interviewed those who experienced near death, as it is called. So it's called near death experiences, whereby a person who has for a few minutes lost their life, as to say, but they were revived back to life. And in those few minutes, they have experienced an out-of-body experience. For them, again, it's real, and they have described consistently how peaceful it was, and the state was almost as, it's a divine state kind of thing. So you can see that there are different ways of trying to find answers to the same question. And that's what makes it exciting. There are some attempts to make objective attempts to measures, finding whether consciousness exists beyond death. And there are certain studies coming up as well. So to answer the question in short, no is the answer for me seeing a soul or seeing an Athma or feeling it. No, I don't think I can measure it yet, at least. But if you look at the subjective way of experiences and subjective research, there is wealth of information, which is also importantly consistent with whatever has been described in the ancient times. It's exactly the same, and that's the beauty of it. And I also keep saying that irrespective of the geography or the time, there is a consistency in what has been described. So I hope that helps.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful insights. Thank you. Signing off.